Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit is today's topic of my Florida drive-by. I am on the I-75, guys, going north frigging bound. It is approximately 4:53 in the evening. Today is the 7th of January 2016, and it is Thursday. I wanted to say hello mellow jello to everybody, and I hope everybody's doing great. I wanted to bring up something. I just seen to my attention, they make a Glock 40, which is a 6-inch slide, which is actually got a cutout for an RMR. How sweet is that? And I believe you can get extended magazines to have 20 rounds. Big gun, very heavy. But I thought that would be an ultimate competition gun. But back to my bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. You know, I am so sick of the stupid anti-gun establishment and these gun laws they're trying to force down our goddamn throat. It's ridiculous. You know, I'm also wanting to bring something up, and this is another really crazy, stupid thing. Did you know if you are charged with a felony and the felony is dropped and you're still charged but not convicted, as long as you still have a charge, you're barred from owning a gun according to the federal government. Not according to the state. You can still have your concealed, the state doesn't care, but the federal. And I'm wondering, does that mean only on federal property? I would think so, because I think that's the only jurisdiction they have would be their federal property. So, you know, you're not going to take a gun anyway into a federal building or a school, right? So I guess you wouldn't have to worry about it. That's a pain in the ass. And then, what about people in jail for non-violent crimes? Driver's license infractions, swearing at the judge, you know, whatever it is. Maybe they got pulled over with a half ounce of pot or something. I don't even smoke pot, okay? I'm not pro-drugs at all. But that people shouldn't get arrested. Worse, some people get felony convictions on that. They shouldn't get felonies either. I really firmly believe anybody that has a non-violent felony or some kind of drug charge like that, they should expunge their records, as long as it's a first offense, and release them. Let them vote, let them own guns, let them have a constitutional right to life, liberty, and happiness. Everybody can make a mistake once. That's why it seems like our government sometimes is kind of crooked. You know, the wrong people get off on crimes, and the wrong people get convicted of crimes. It's just, you know, it's just insanity to me. It seems that the whole government, there's just so many things that are twisted. And, you know, we have millionaires on one side of the street, and then we have children don't have enough food to eat on the other side. You know, there's just so much shit going on, and really, that's why everybody needs to vote, be proactive. I didn't vote for the president in there now at all. You know, I voted for the other guy, and he lost. And with this election coming up, I'm not sure who I'm going to vote for. But Trump looks pretty good. Now, Ben Carson, I think, would have been a good president, too. Ben Carson or Trump, they both kind of mirror the same sentiments. They have the same agreements. They're both religious. They're both, you know, pro-gun. They both, you know, are intelligent. So both of those guys, either of them would be pretty good, but I don't know who's going to get in. It's going to be, a lot of times what it does is a lot of people don't go out and vote. And a lot of people don't vote, and I'll tell you why, really. The large percentage of people who don't vote don't want to go to jury trials. They don't want to go on a jury. Because if you vote, then you get registered to but be on a jury trial. And if you get called for a jury trial, you have to go. And you lose money. They give you like $25 a day. So less people are voting because less people want to be on jury trials that work because they don't want to lose their money. If that wasn't a requirement, then I think you'd have a lot more people that would vote. But, and also, you know, our climate is changing. Our whole civilization is changing, you know, population-wise. Population is over the whole world is basically decreasing, but it's increasing in certain states because of immigration, not because of population growth. The population's just basically moving around. Whereas years ago, you know, certain populations were isolated to certain parts of the country because, you know, we didn't have a very mobile society. Like my son plays this game called Locomotion. Excuse me, Locomotion, which you build cities and stuff like that. And then he has another program where you can build cities and put tracks in and, you know, trains and stuff like that. As people develop transportation and communication, people can move more places around the world, right? That makes sense. So certain countries, including the United States, population's increasing a little, but that's not from people being born here. That's from people coming from other countries. Immigration, you get Islamic population, immigrants coming in, not to mention the 11 million plus illegal aliens that came in and stuff like that. So your countries, and this is affecting all the countries, France, Germany, the UK, everywhere, the populations are increasing, but they're decreasing in other parts of the world because of immigration. And that's what's changing the landscape of our society. And as these populations that emigrate to a country, a lot of times those populations of people do not practice birth control to the extent that we do in this country. You know, an immigrant coming from Middle East or whatever out there may have 6 people per family, and that, you know, they don't really believe in population control. Whereas in the United States, somebody here might have 1.5. Well, 1.5 is not enough to keep the race going. You had to have a minimum of 1.8 or 1.2. So that race, that nationality, that bloodline will die out. Whereas the other one that's having 1:8 ratio, you know, 4 kids or something, that will increase. It will grow more. And it's just it's a standard thing with numbers. That's all it is. It's a numbers game. So, you know, you look at that too. So there's just so many things in the world that are wrong, but there's so many things in the world that are right. And for the younger population that is growing and, you know, learning, we really need good leaders. We need responsible leaders that care about the environment. They care about the rights of humanity. You know, what is you know, a God-given right. We still need to have religion, because I firmly believe religion prevents corruption in the government and in society. Because those that believe in something are less prone to follow somebody else. And it's just, it's a pain in the ass. I'm just tired of listening to people that they're talking out of their ass, adjust my camera, and don't know what the hell they're saying. They're talking about society, they're talking about criminal things, they're talking about the environment, and all these multimillionaires, you know, are multimillionaires. You know, that's like the multimillionaire gun club, you know, or the multimillionaire car club. It's just like, you know, put it this way, there's a gun community out there. Everybody likes guns. Okay? You know, everybody likes guns. So we have that camaraderie that we like guns. Now there's an anti-gun community, which nobody likes guns. There's a gamer community that people like games. So there's this camaraderie amongst the people, and that has to be instilled in people. We have to grow that. But it's really ridiculous, the attitudes of society today on everything. The United States was based on Judeo-Christian values, apple pie, and American dollar, and hard working. That's what they were based on. But it seems like the society is changing as a whole, and we're forgetting a lot of the roots of the basic composition of society is changing. With the new races, well, not the new races, but with the new generation of kids coming out, some of them are slipping through the cracks and are going to be great leaders, are going to be responsible. But a lot of them, we're losing a generation to drugs, narcotics, sex, and a lack of respect for the Judeo-Christian values. And you can see this in the way society is today. Most of your leaders, okay, care about being a leader. And it's sort of like in Hitler's days today too. Hitler wanted people to be under control. First thing they did is they took the guns away, so the people couldn't defend themselves. Then instituted a strong moral fabric of race. Then the people followed him. Well, they didn't have the guns. He owned all the armies. He had the guns. He had the power. He was a dictator. And they listened to what he says because guess what? Because they had to. He with the bucks leads the pack, guy. That's just the way it is. After they get the bucks, then they get the power. They get the power, they get the guns, they get the everything, then they have the control. And it's no different in this society that we live. It's not as tyrannical. They're not going out house to house searching people. Well, although they did do that during Katrina, right? In New Orleans, they were taking guns at gunpoint. And look what happened in the UK. They took all the guns and said go to jail and chopped them all off. Chopped them up. And in China, you can't even own them. Japan, I don't think you can own them. Canada, I don't think you can own them. So, in other parts of the country, they're very, very strict. The only place you really want to have a submachine gun and legally shoot, go to Afghanistan. You buy one in the market there for $50. Sometimes I wish I could go there and just go out the hills and shoot. But, it's the way these tyrannical controls that they're instituting on society. And the problem is they're not instituting the right controls. For instance, look at, how stupid is that they were trying to do another 2015 gun ban. They're trying to do another assault ban, which probably will go nowhere. In 1994, the president put the ban in, and that lasted 10 years. I believe it was Kennedy, right? That lasted for 10 years. But then it ran out of it. And then Obama tried to put one in a few years ago. That failed. And now there's some senators and stuff, I think they're Democrats. I have a YouTube video up. They want to do a 2015 assault ban. When I saw that, I said, oh my, are they insane? So they want to do it. And then, of course, your president, he's been trying left and right to have Congress pass stricter gun laws. And he just did some executive orders. And we'll see when those executive orders are challenged. We'll see what happens when the first person gets charged or goes to jail. We'll see legally how that's going to stand up. There's a law right now, and it's a written law. An executive order cannot stop that law. It's on the books. You have a right to sell your private guns if it's a hobby. And there's a lot of people. I buy a gun. I'm going right now and I'm selling a gun, okay? Somebody's picking one up for me. As a private dealer, I'm not going to do no background check on a guy. I'm not going to, maybe ask for his driver's license. That's it. I don't give a shit. I don't need them. It's legal, okay? It's legal to buy a gun, private sale, in the state of Florida. So who gives a shit, right? And then probably in about 2 or 3 days, I'll be buying a gun from somebody and meeting them. So, you know, it's really ridiculous the way these laws are, what they're trying to do. And I'm glad, for one thing, that we've got a good governor in Florida that is standing his ground. And he's not letting anybody tell him what the hell to do. And because of that, he'll probably get reelected. I do wish that he would change some of the stuff of non-violent felons, that he would expunge their records, because then we'd have more people that were able to vote. We'd have more people that were able to buy guns. We'd have more people that would be able to carry guns. And non-violent felon, when I say non-violent felon, okay, felony in the state of Florida is $300 or more. So I'm sure people out there, all of you have already committed a felony. I mean, that could be cheating on your taxes for $300. You know what I mean? It could be overselling something, underselling something. It could be anything you can charge $300 or more is a felony, which is ridiculous. I wonder what a misdemeanor is, $10. But anyway, but that's another thing. And there's a law right now they're trying to pass in Congress to have that work, because you used to be, before if you got a non-violent felony, okay, you could get that relief of disabilities from the federal government and get that eliminated. But they changed that now. They're not supplying funds for that. But a lot of people would actually pay for that, pay for themselves to get that released. But see what happens with that. But you know, it's just the way the whole society is. It's all changing. But I really believe there's a lot of good things in this state, and good things in this country, and good things about the federal government. And this United States of America is beautiful, guys. It's gorgeous. There's so many places to go and things to see. A little home apple pie. And when I went through Georgia, it was fantastic, because I stopped out and I got, man, the most delicious sub I ever had. I stopped out, I got a catfish dinner. Man, they had some good food. A little off-the-wall, side-of-the-road restaurants. Delicious. Homemade apple pie and mom. Hang your 45 up on the wall. We love God, we love guns. God bless you. And that's what the United States of America is about. It's the Wild Wild West. It is. It's not China. Okay? It's not the UK. It's not Israel. It's not Arabia. It's not all these. The U.S. is the Wild Wild West. It's the original Wild Wild West. Pioneers out there shooting on the range with their 30-30 Winchester 94 or whatever it was. You know, that is the way it is. And for these stupid politicians to try to take that life away from the United States, it's really, I mean, when I looked at it, it's pretty sick. It's pretty pathetic for them to try to do that. And they know already that, you know, that's the way the country is. But guys, tell me what you think about my drive-by video and see if you agree with what I say. You know, some people are going to agree, some people aren't. But these are some of the beliefs that I have. Today, January 7th, 2016, the year of our Lord, Wild Wild West, United States, state of Florida, on the I-75 going northbound. So let me know. Tell me what you think. Bye. Have a great day.